Hi, wait here. Maybe you don't know me. Maybe you just accidentally be here with me. So stay here, calm down, sit down. I got something to show you and maybe you'll find it interesting. Stay there. Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Sasha, it's the real name. And this one, yes, it's my channel. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Today we'll be looking at a new pre-made coil atomizer made by the Vaping Gentleman Club. Its name is Millennium GC, that stands for Game Changer. This one. So maybe some of you already know the Vaping Gentleman Club. It's an Italian brand. They do e-liquid. Most of them are net juices. Almost everyone, not everyone, almost everyone is a net juice, a flavor, aromatized, non-aromatized, and some hardware too. Maybe some of you already know the Millennium RTA or the 900 or maybe something else, I don't remember. They did a lot of stuff. This time they made an MTL, very restricted DL atomizer with pre-made coils, and it's Nautilus coil compatible. So without further prevaricating, let's go down to the table, have a closer look at it, and then come back to my face and do a couple of toots and a couple of reasonings with the Millennium GC Game Changer by the Vaping Gentleman Club. Go down to the table. In the Vaping Gentleman Club Millennium GC Game Changer packaging, we got a bag with spare O-rings, an alternative polycarbonate glass, a simple tool, I'll explain you later what's for, an Aspire BVC coil 0.7 ohm mesh coil. And then we got our Millennium GC Game Changer. It's an MTL slash restricted, very restricted DL atomizer, 22 millimeters capacity. It's about 4 ml of e-liquid. It's primarily made of stainless steel. And yes, it's a pre-made coil atomizer, so it runs with Aspire Nautilus coil. It's compatible with all those coils that Aspire does for Nautilus. Here at the bottom we got Millennium the Vaping Gentleman Club icon and the serial number. Mine is not very early, it's a 311, so that's okay. At the bottom we got our AFC control that has a stop, obviously. It has a very good grip and it's on the tight side. Maybe with some VG it will be looser, but right at the moment, brand new, it's quite tight. Over here we got our dissipation system that keeps everything cooler than usual so that your e-liquid will not boil and your mesh coil or single wire coil will not caramelize so easy. 510 drip tip, this one is quite cool. You can unmount and change the sleeve, or you can take another kind of drip tip. The Vaping Gentleman Club does a lot of drip tips that you can separately buy. I took this one because I like it a lot. Let me show you. You see right here? It's super cool, but we get every kind of sleeve, every kind of drip tip at the Vaping Gentleman Club. I like this one, and I use this one. So let's disassemble the atomizer. It's quite easy when you don't have a coil installed in it. Just do like this. The glass is made of glass, and you can just pull it out like that. It's a bottom refill, so the top cap it's a one thing with the chimney and the bell. You see it right here? It's one thing. You cannot unscrew it. You see? Okay. As you can see right here, we got a bell and a chimney, which is a kinda original thing because usually pre-made coil atomizer just are straight right here. And here you can raise the pressurization of the air, so you got a smoother draw. You got a threaded inside here so that you can screw in your Nautilus coil. This is the bottom of the atomizer, and with this tool you can unscrew the upper part very easily. Please take care, just screw it down very tight when you mount your coil, because otherwise when you'll try to unscrew the coil, it will unscrew this one too. So it's very important that you screw down very tight this part. This is the pass. The pass is a system made by the Vaping Gentleman Club. We got a pass in the classic Millennium RTA, and these keep your draw very smooth. And this is the bottom of your atomizer, very clean. You can see right here that there's a kind of tooth, so that the last mLs of your e-liquid will be able to come into the cotton of your coil, so that every single ml will be used, and you'll not have just some mLs or 1 ml or whatever just hanging inside your tank without being able to use it. It's a very smart move. Now I'll show you with the coil inside. So let's screw down our coil. You see right here, you got your hole, and all the liquid will come up to here. You can separately buy a nano kit for your Millennium GC, so you have a smaller atomizer with 2 mLs of capacity. In the packaging you have these, but also a polycarbonate spare glass tank and an alternative drip tip right here. For this review we'll use Orientale by Angolo della Guancia Ultra Series, which is an Oriental net juice filtered, so my coil will last for a very long time. So you got your thread here, right? Be sure to match the threadings. I don't want you to improperly screw it down, so it will be a problem for you. Just like this, but with the glass, okay? It's easy, it's a good threading, but please be careful the first time. The second time you will be trained enough. So let's remount the atomizer and refill the tank. And that's it, the Vaping Gentleman Club Millennium Game Changer GC. We've checked it, tweak it, fiddle it, and now we come back to my face and do a couple of toots and a couple of reasonings. Back to my face. So I'm using it since a couple of weeks, maybe some more, maybe some less, I don't remember. And let me take a tooth. I will go very close to the mic so that you can hear my tooth. This is the biggest hole in the AFC, so this is the maximum turbulence you can have from your Millennium GC, which is very, very low. But I'll show you with the smallest hole that, by the way, has a very tight draw. It's a restricted MTL. Some of you may like it. Still very close to the mic, and it's almost totally silent. It's a very, very smooth draw, and the draw is the main feature of this Millennium GC. What does that mean? They did a very, very good job with the pass under the atomizer, under the tank right here, that we already saw it in the Millennium RTA, which gives the right amount of compression and really lowers the turbulence, and this really works. So you can hear that is super smooth, and you should try it so you will better understand what I mean. But they also did a real chimney and a real bell for a better flavor and some more compression to the draw. So you got at the bottom and at the top. This way you got an atomizer that is almost like an RTA, but is made with pre-made coils. So they put the 0.7 BVC mesh coils from Nautilus in the packaging. Some of you might prefer the 1 ohm or maybe the 1.2, whatever. So the flavor is good. Is it good? Yes, it depends of the coil, it depends of your taste. We're talking about a pre-made coil atomizer, so the flavor changes when you change the coil. But it's not the flavor the main feature. I mean, every atomizer has its own flavor, okay? The main feature is the perfect draw for a pre-made coil atomizer. And another very good feature is the dissipation. Why that? Because usually when your atomizer heats up, and some of them very heats up inside of them, maybe on the outside is a bit hot, but inside is hotter. Okay, the sugars that are into your e-liquid, because even if you are using net juices, just tobacco, non-aromatized net juices, there are some sugars inside of it. And with heat, they tend to caramelize. And if they caramelize, that will change the flavor, they will change the color of your e-liquid, and they will attach to your coil. So your coil will caramelize faster and will last less. So it's very important that inside your atomizer there is less heat, because that way your flavor will be as good as the beginning of your coil, of your refill, and your coil will last longer. And let me say it, I've been to a Vape Italy. I don't know if it's a big event in Italy, it's the biggest one. And I've been at the Vaping Gentleman Club stand for 3 days. People every day coming and trying the liquids all day long. And I never changed the coil. I was showing filtered net juices. I will do a video as soon as I can. But except for one, because one guy came and put the box at 55 watts and make a tooth, and that burnt, okay. But apart of that, never changed the coil, and the flavor was very good every time. So yes, I've tried it with a lot of e-liquid, and yes, the coil lasts longer. I did my research on the interweb, but I knew there was any Millennium GC on the internet, but I know that it will cost about 99 euros. So yes, you kind of have to break your vape piggy bank, but not that much. Is it cheap for being a pre-made coil atomizer? No, it isn't. Is it better than other pre-made coil atomizers? Yes, it is. Sincerely, with closed eyes, I can't tell if this is a pre-made coil atomizer or not. It's really just like an high-end RTA. So I think they did a super great job this time. It's something that looks like same stuff, but it's not. And I'm very happy to have this, because sincerely, I don't use pre-made coil atomizers too much, especially MTL. Sometimes I use flavor chasing atomizer with pre-made coils, because I like them. I like to do flavor chasing, cloud chasing with pre-made coils. But MTL, no. And the reason is always the same, because I don't have the right draw. And I think to myself, why do I have to use these? I use an RTA, which is better. Okay, this time I'm not gonna think about this, because it's not. And yes, I strongly suggest this atomizer. Please try it if you find it, because if you are into MTL, it's a super good atomizer. Just really over my expectations, because because I always do partnership with the Vaping Gentleman Club. I knew what they were doing, and I said, okay, they made a pre-made coil Millennium. Okay, that's okay. But when I've tried it, I said, okay, they made it for a reason, not just the same old one. So sorry for that, but it's not like your Nautilus 3. No, it's not. It's really not. I'm sorry. So, thank you for watching. If you like, put a like. If you didn't, don't put it. Doesn't matter. Just subscribe to my channel, because that really matters to me, and your subscription is very important for me and can make the difference. So, doesn't matter if you like RTAs or pre-made coils atomizer. The very important thing is that you stay away from coffin nails. Ciao!